All right, it's just me. I'm going to do a little question and answer today.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How have you been doing?
Yeah, good. Lots of stuff.
You're busy.
Well, yeah, it's good. Like for September, it's the beginning of October now. It's good. It's going to have, I got good momentum going into the fall here. Yeah. And I was talking today, was doing the training session at the office with a bunch of agents, and we were just talking about like there's sales that happen all year round. A lot of agents let their foot off the gas when they get into as soon as it starts getting rainy out, they just stop working, and then their sales production goes down. But for those that continue to work, the business is there.
Totally.
Yeah.
So how is 75 hard going?
75 hard. I am on day 16 today. Is that surprising?
Why did I think it was day 17?
You know what? It might be day 17. I get the days mixed up.
I think yesterday it was day 16.
Okay. Yeah, actually yesterday was day. Okay. Well, it's day 17 on 75 hard. This time around, so I did the whole year last year of 75 hard, live hard year. This time around, I had a couple goals that I wanted to get done prior to the end of the year, and I felt what better way than to do 75 hard, because while doing 75 hard, I find it easier to be very task focused for other tasks as well. So, and one of my goals to get done is I want to get my body fat down low and have like visible abs. Right. That is the goal. Which,
and is that by the end of the year, or
that is
just a goal?
Well, so I restart my year, and for real estate sales and that, I use November 15th as my kind of year, like restart. So that is November 15th is the day.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So a month and a half.
Okay.
I mean, I can already tell it's been just over 2 weeks doing it. I mean, I'm definitely down. My body fat is getting lower. Yeah. Because I'm definitely restrictive eating. I'm eating very high protein and very low carb.
Nice.
Yeah. So that is so I'm eating an actual meal every 48 hours. But in between that, I'm having protein shakes and essential amino acids, which helps get through, which is also like a protein shake, but it's different.
And what meal are you eating when you get
when I eat? It's a little bit ridiculous what I eat when I eat. So at least 12 ounces of meat, like so either a steak or like literally the one I had like half of a roast beef, like half the roast. And then along with that, cottage cheese, delicious. At least a half, possibly a full avocado.
Okay.
And that's that part of the meal, along with a protein shake.
Okay.
And then for dessert, I have Greek yogurt with fruit.
Yum.
Yeah, and then another protein shake.
Do you find that you're too full? Like you're like, oh, I can't actually hit.
Yeah,
are you like, oh my god, I'm so full?
Pretty full from that meal. Yeah, I kind of have to spread it out. And that my eating window is within an hour for that.
You have to eat all of that in 1 hour?
Yeah, so we'll spread it out over the hour. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
But it works because my problem is that I like to graze. So if I'm not on this specific program, it's very hard for me to have the calorie deficit that I need in order to achieve this, while I still don't want to. So having the essential amino acids and the protein shakes on the off days is to maintain muscle. Right. So to not have my body burning muscle, I want it to burn fat. At least this is what I've been told. And ChatGPT helped me out with that too, come up with a good plan. So
that's good.
Thanks to my buddy Chat. Yes.
And what's been the biggest challenge this time around with 75 hard?
It's the eating. It's staying on track. It is very difficult, I find, especially when I'm dealing with challenging situations or have stress in my life, like just with work or whatever. I like to eat.
Yeah.
I have eat, which I have learned. So I'm fighting that on this, and doing the 48 hour breaks between eating is a challenge.
Right.
But I feel like if I don't do that, because my biggest problem is when I'm not eating that restrictive, that I do tend to, I'm having these snacks in between. So I'll just be eating high protein, but then it's like, oh, I'll have some butter or I'll have some of this in between, and those calories are adding up. So going super restrictive here that's what I feel is going to get the result.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. Okay. I have a few real estate questions.
Okay.
What's the absolute hardest part of this job that you feel nobody talks about? The part that requires real grit.
Okay. The hardest part about the job of being a realtor. Well, I'm going to say it's handling people's expectations and dealing with their emotions. So dealing with public, dealing with clients, and that, because everybody is different and you never know how someone's going to react to either, say, a low offer or a challenge in the deal, some inspection items that come up that are bad. And you get some people that handle it very gracefully and they're excited about moving forward and taking it in stride. And there's other people where it's like, it's a complete meltdown, an end of the world, and we're trying to keep the deal on track, or we're negotiating, people get upset. Mm-hmm. That's by far dealing with people's emotions and expectations. That is by far the biggest challenge that a lot of people don't realize. And that, I would say, causes realtors the most stress. Mm-hmm. And agents that don't last in this business are usually because they can't handle that stress, and they can't manage people and move them in a direction.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. If you had to start your real estate career over from scratch today, what's the first thing you'd do differently? Well,
I would probably, actually, the very first thing, so knowing what I know now, right at the beginning, I would do something like do Toastmasters. So I would learn effective communication, so to be able to speak clearly and confidently. I think that's huge in this business, being able to communicate a message with confidence.
Yeah.
Second to that, I would be a lot more involved in the community right from the beginning. And maybe not even community, just to be out and about and around more people more often, to build that network rather than waiting. Anyways, I think that would really speed things up in terms of getting more business or doing more business.
Mm-hmm. Networking
is just networking. I would do more networking. So more networking, clear communication. I would also learn negotiation, and the art of negotiation. Donald Trump book right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you could buy any one property you've ever listed, regardless of price, which one would it be and why?
Oh, okay. Well, there's a property that I had for sale a few years ago that was out in Nanoose Bay, and that one's always stood out to me. We listed and sold it right away. It was actually during COVID when that one came for sale. It had three. It was that wasn't a huge. Well, it was a larger house, but it had 3 suites in the house, and all were very nice. And then it had an attached triple car garage, and then it had a detached huge shop.
That's nice.
And it was just really nice setting, treed setting. Everything was renovated. It had this pizza oven out in the backyard that all stone custom. It was just a cool property. So that one's always been on my kind of.
Yeah, you'll remember that one.
Yeah.
What's one thing a client asked for that made you think they've clearly been watching too many HGTV shows?
Oh, man. Well, that's a good question. So what does somebody ask for that's been where it's automatically triggered, these people watch HGTV?
Yeah, it's not really realistic or...
You know what? I don't know. Nothing specific. Give me an example of what you're thinking.
Maybe... in a lot of these HGTV shows, they want one house that has, say, a pool in the backyard or something, and then it also has something that you wouldn't typically see with certain properties, and then the next property they expect to see something completely different. Like in these shows, they typically show like a rancher, and then they show like a very fancy like 2-story, and like
Right.
has there ever been a time where you've been like, okay, well, they're asking for very
When they're picking, well, yeah, I
specific
mean, some
things,
people
or-
do choose properties to view that are really nothing in line with what they're
Right.
looking for.
Yeah.
And so that does happen sometimes.
Right.
And you know what? Sometimes they end up buying the one that's nothing like what they
What they
originally
wanted.
thought that they wanted. I think
Interesting.
the HGT portion of that has most people misled in the real estate business is more of how the transaction happens,
Yeah.
the negotiating, and that because
Right.
on TV, like they're just on the phone. Nobody ever signs anything. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll just do this or that, or they ask for stuff, or
Yeah.
I actually, and the other side of it is where I notice it most is with the fixer-upper type houses, where they want to come in and lowball. And in
Right.
our market, there's a demand for these fixer-uppers, and you're not getting these huge discounts, especially if it's priced appropriately. So
Yeah.
people see these certain strategies, or they'll see on TV that somebody did like a rent-to-own program, which is pretty much non-existent in our market.
Yeah.
The odd time it comes up, but it's very, very rare. So
Yeah.
people come up with these, they'll come and they'll say, oh, well, we want to do this and buy a property like that. And I'm like, well, where did you hear about that? And then they won't say, and I'm clearly like, well, you saw
heard that
saw
somewhere.
this on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
What is the strangest item a seller ever insisted on taking or leaving during a deal?
Oh man. Well, the weirdest, I don't know. I mean, I had that one house listed where the horse lived in the house.
Right.
That was a bit bizarre. And this year I had one with 2 goats living in the house.
Cool.
Ivan, I remember the goat's name was Ivan, the one goat. I can't forget the other one's name, but anyway. Where they insisted on taking stuff. Like I've had people take plants out of the garden.
Really?
Or one that's insisting on staying this year is a memorial for the dog. But it's not, typically if you have a family pet and you bury it on your property, you would put like a small cross.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of like
Totally.
just out of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a custom made aluminum statue.
Totally.
And it's just in the backyard and they don't want to take, and anyway, so we'll see how we deal with the buyers don't want it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not even their dog, it was the neighbor's dog that, it's just, anyways,
That is interesting.
that does make it interesting, but so we'll see. That one's in the works still.
Yeah. If you weren't a real estate agent, what would your dream alternative career be?
Well, dream alternative career. I like building things. I like doing things with my hands. So I would probably say possibly, I don't know if it would be like necessarily a carpenter or a builder, something like that, or else working with cars and doing car restoration or building. I like taking something that it's not nice and then it was nice,
at one
now it's not nice, and then make it nice again.
Right.
So I like that process, and I find that it's fulfilling and rewarding to be able to see something along and watch the progress. Where in this business that doesn't exist.
Opposite.
It's so that's challenging some days because it feels like you've been working on something or your time has gone by and you just don't have anything, you don't feel like you're any further ahead. So so probably definitely something creative. I like I like landscaping. You know what, I'd probably be digging in the dirt.
Yeah.
You know what, to be honest, I'd be digging in the dirt somehow, excavator, bobcat, doing some landscaping.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and then again, same thing though, you can take something and make it nice.
Do you have any Wednesday wisdom for us?
You know what, so this is funny. I watch Seinfeld a lot, and then one night Jerry wakes up in the middle of the night and he has a thought in his mind, and he writes down on the piece of paper while he was sleeping. He woke up and wrote it down. So I sometimes do the same, but I have something and I put it in my phone and I put it in my calendar for the next day, and so there was something that had this genius moment in the middle of the night. So I put it in, and then this morning I was looking at it because like, oh, this is going to be my wall per wisdom because I came up with something really good. And it's in my phone and I forget I think it just says worth it. If it's worth it.
You're like,
I'm
what
like,
does that mean?
what the hell does that mean?
Oh no. That's very vague.
Worth it. Yeah, that's all it says, worth and it. So
that's really funny.
obviously I was, yeah, I don't know. I must have been listening to something on one of the podcasts, but I think that my wisdom for today actually, and this time of year, it's very fitting, especially when it gets a little bit gloomy outside, it's cooler. It's really easy to just want to stay home and not get out and not want to be around people. So it's the doing it even when you don't feel like it. Because when it's nice out, it's easy to go out and be around people who are happy or to make those calls, to make those contacts, to go out. So my wall per wisdom for this week is just get out and do it anyways, even if you don't feel like it.
I like it.
You'll be happy that you did in the end. Like when have you ever regretted? You're feeling to go do something, you do it, you're done. Yeah. You're like happy that you did it. The feeling to do something, you don't do it, usually regret it. And then it just compounds into another day of not doing stuff.
Well, you posted yesterday on your stories that you didn't feel like making a video.
Oh, yeah.
And you almost didn't, but wouldn't you have failed your 75 hard then? Because is that not one of your tasks?
Well, that's one of my personal goals. Yeah, which is why I just went and did it. I was talking with someone else about this earlier today. So I don't know what it was on Monday. I was just in a bit of a funk, and but I got all my tasks done on Monday, and then yesterday again was Tuesday. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. Things were like, I know I had a deal that was working on, and the offer like it just was low. Right. And so just You just weren't, and then I was like, I don't know, I read something or I don't know, watched a video, snapped out of it, just getting shit done.
Good.
Got it done.
And it looks like you've been doing your second outdoor workout really late in the day. Has that been a common trend for you?
Yeah, I've done lots of them in the dark. Well, it's just priorities, and especially when working on deals and doing contracts, sometimes it's 9 or 9:30, 10 o'clock before I'm able to get out. Because that outdoor workout has to be 45 minutes uninterrupted. So sometimes I'm like, I want to do it earlier, but then I get a phone call and it's like, now it interrupts. So I know after I'm done everything else, I can just get out and do it. And it's kind of nice to go out. I listen to podcasts, so I get refueled, recharged. It's good.
But then do you get enough sleep?
Well, so that's one thing I've been trying to do. And in my mind, I was like, I need 8 hours of sleep. So through this 75 hard, I'm trying to have the mindset that I can get by on 7 hours of sleep, which has been more often than not, and I've been doing just fine. So it's all working out. Yeah. Yeah, and only 68 more days to go. Totally. So I'm planning to finish up end of November as long as everything continues on. Right. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Those are all your questions. All right. Okay. Well, thanks again for watching. Thanks for the questions.